Hey everyone, I am 22 Tiger Dude. I'm here to review The Master, starring Joaquin Phoenix, Phillip Seymour Hoofman, and Amy Adams. The plot is about when a naval veteran arrives home from war, unsettled and uncertain of his future, until he is tantalized by the cause and its charismatic leader. He is a guy who has a very perverted mind. All he wants to do is have sex with women. He imagines women naked, and that's really your plot for The Master. Alright, so going into The Master, I had no living hell what the plot was about. I only knew that it had Phillip Seymour Hoofman, Joaquin Phoenix, and Amy Adams in this film. That's basically all I knew. It was at the Oscars, had gotten nominated for the Oscars. It didn't impress some people, while others it has impressed. So, of course, I'll give this movie a chance. Finally checked it out from Netflix. After seeing The Master, I wasn't impressed with this movie, to be honest. I couldn't latch onto the storyline. The most important thing is when the storyline in a film grabs me. I'm actually in that storyline. If it doesn't grab me, I'm not interested in the film. And this film, as much as I wanted to enjoy it, it just didn't grab me. First of all, we have Joaquin Phoenix, and his performance is good here, but like for his character, just playing nothing but an asshole who has a perverted mind, imagining women naked, it didn't interest me. The first 1 hour of this film bored me to death. It was confusing. I couldn't grab onto it. There was nothing for me to grab. It was just boring. It was bland. And it was just very unsettling. I couldn't get into the film in the first 1 hour. I don't think I've ever been so bored or so zoned out in a film like ever. And I appreciate these kind of films, the artistic films. But oh my goodness. And the film, while still hard for me to latch onto the storyline, I was able to latch into the little bit of the storyline once that very, very boring first 1 hour of the film was over. The film actually did get interesting, a little interesting. It actually got a little better. It was still not great overall, or not even technically good. What's so interesting about Joaquin Phoenix picturing women naked, and all that stuff? I just saw nothing artistic about that at all. And then his use of language for that stuff. It was hard for me to get into the film when some of the dialogue, which is very, very, very off-putting. Some people say this is like an intelligent film, and I guess some of the dialogue that he uses is intelligent, but I honestly don't see how it's an intelligent film. I don't see how it's an artistic film. I don't even understand how some people could love this film, because I do have friends who love this film. But not only that, the film was very unsatisfying, and it was very confusing, and like I said, it was just hard for me to latch onto it. Phillip Seymour Hoofman, he was great in this film. I enjoyed his performance more than Joaquin Phoenix's, and that's probably because the way his character is throughout the film, it was kind of hard for me to, But Phillip Seymour Hoofman, really enjoyed his performance here. I really enjoy his character. He, in my opinion, was probably the best part out of this whole entire uninteresting, boring film. Amy Adams, too, she was very good here. She brings in a powerful performance. It's probably one of the best performances I've ever seen from Amy Adams. She just did a very, very well done job. And some of the dialogue she even says, it's just really, really cool. It's really good. Not only that, but the movie looks really good too. Like the cinematography for the film is really good. Even though the last hour of the film, because this film is 2 hours and 5-10 minutes overall. So after that long, boring, uninteresting, bland first 1 hour, I actually got into them a little more, but still couldn't latch onto the story, and I could not enjoy The Master because of that. And then the ending. The ending was just very unsatisfying. The ending just had me scratching my head, and the ending had me going, okay, that was the most pointless movie I've ever seen. I know those are the people that love this film are going to completely disagree with me on this, and it's fine. I want you guys to love this film. I wish I was one of the people that love this film, but I didn't. So it's going to be hard for me on how I'm going to score this film. After I had a discussion with some of my friends about this, they told me watch the film again, but sitting through this film for about over 2 hours, I can't sit through it again. I really can't. And especially if it's a film where I really didn't care about the storyline and most of the point could latch onto it, I just don't want to watch it again. And even if I did see it for a second time, I could still see myself not latch onto the storyline because it was just uninteresting. That was my opinion. I just didn't find it interesting at all. So, in the end, The Master, I honestly didn't like it. I tried appreciating it, but it was very, very hard when you have a very boring storyline that just didn't grab me. I really had no sympathy for Joaquin Phoenix's character at all, especially since the fact that he's still the same person he was at the end of the film. That's what really killed me right there. I'll go ahead and I'm sorry guys. I'm gonna give The Master 1.5 out of 4 stars. If it weren't for the last hour though, The Master would have been 0 out of 4 stars. Like literally the first 1 hour was that boring and bland to me. But because the last hour saved it, I'll give it 1.5, but I couldn't grab on you guys, so subscribe to my channel. Comment below and give me your opinion of the film. Like and share this video. I hope you enjoyed this, and don't forget that I will always have Tiger Power!